evening, Chicago. Welcome to another fall edition of Social Security Hotline 21. My name is Rocio Roman Oquendo. I am a claims specialist at the Chicago North office located at 2127 West Lawrence here in Chicago. And I'm going to be your host for today's program. Here with me in the studio is my guest, John Marshall, and our phone technician today is Maribel Marquez. John, please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm John Marshall. I'm the Chicago Metropolitan and Northern Indiana Area Working Centers Coordinator and the SOAR Homelessness Coordinator for the same area, the Chicago Metropolitan area and Northern Indiana.
Mm-hmm. We want to remind our viewers that you're watching a live interactive call-in program brought to you on CAN TV to 21 to discuss Social Security matters. We invite you to call in with your questions. The phone number in the studio is area 312-738-1060. One more time. The phone number here in the studio is 312-738-1060. The phone number will remain at the bottom of your screen, and our phone lines are open. While we are waiting for your calls, we will get started with our topic. Jan, do you know that to help combat the rising threat of fraud and identity theft, Social Security no longer issues a Social Security number printout? And if you need a verification of your Social Security number and you cannot find your Social Security card, you must apply for a replacement Social Security card?
That's right, Rocio. Do you really need a replacement card, though? In most cases, you do not need your card as long as you know your Social Security number itself. For all intents and purposes, your number is your card. Usually providing your number and identifying information is it's enough. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And in the event you really do want or need a replacement card, either for yourself or for a child, you can find all the details you need to get the Social Security replacement card at the Social Security number and cards page at www.socialsecurity.gov/ss-number. This page provides information on how to obtain a replacement card and what specific document you need to provide.
You need a Social Security card for your new baby to claim him or her as a dependent on your tax return or to apply for a government or social service benefits. In most cases, an application for your newborn Social Security card and number is taken at the hospital when you apply for your baby's birth certificate. If not, you can request one for your child at the same way you do for yourself.
Mm-hmm. Now, remember that whether you need a Social Security card for yourself or your child, it's easy and free to apply for one, but consider whether a new Social Security card is really in the cards for you. It may be that your card is really with you in your head.
Now, while you're at our website, you can open a free Social Security account at www.socialsecurity.gov/myaccount. It can help you plan for retirement, check on your earnings history, and you can request a new Social Security statement and a whole lot more.
Mm-hmm. Now, we want to remind that you can get Social Security benefits as early as age 62, but if you are retired before your full retirement age, currently the full retirement age is age 66, but gradually increasing to age 67, your benefit will be reduced based on your age. So for example, if you retire at age 62, your benefit will be about 25% lower than what it will be if you wait until you reach full retirement age. Find out about your full retirement age by using our retirement age calculator at www.socialsecurity.gov/pubs/age-increase.htm. You may choose to keep working even beyond your full retirement age. If you do, you can increase your future Social Security benefits up until age 70.
As I mentioned before, another great tool in order to is to use your My Social Security account. Here you can get an instant estimates of your future benefits and verify that your earnings history is correct with your own free My Social Security account.
As you can see in our monitor, here is the retirement estimator calculator. Here is information. You can find information about Social Security numbers. And here, if you want to check your Social Security statement, change your address, and manage your benefits online today. So the website is very, very user-friendly, and we encourage everybody to create your own My SSA account.
Back to retirement, there's more than there's one way that choosing to keep working can increase your benefits when you work if you retire. If you receive benefits and if your latest year of earnings turns out to be one of your highest years, we'll refigure your benefit and pay you the increase due. For example, in December of 2017, if you get an increase for your 2016 earnings, if those earnings raised your benefit. Every year we do a recalculation on how much FICA taxes that you pay. And so we'll recalculate your benefit based on the amount you work. So it might be in your best interest to work if that's what you want to do.
Another topic that we would like to discuss today is Medicare.
Yes.
So Medicare provides health insurance to more than 50 million Americans. 42 million are people 65 years and older, and the other 8 million are younger and have disabilities. Most people first become eligible for Medicare at age 65. Now, Medicare have 4 parts, Part A, B, C, and D. Part A is known as hospital insurance, helps cover inpatient hospital care, skilled nursing care, hospice care, and home health care. Most people get Medicare Part A premium free since it is earned by working and paying Social Security taxes.
Now, Part B, medical insurance, helps cover services from doctors and other outpatient healthcare providers. And it also helps deal with preventative services. Most people pay like a monthly premium for Part B. In 2017, the premium for most people for Part B was $109 on average. People enrolled in Part B for Medicare this year will be paying $134. Now, some high-income individuals will pay a higher amount and it's also going to be higher if you do not enroll when you are eligible. So, also known as your enrollment period.
Now, Part C of Medicare is also known as Medicare Advantage, allows you to choose to receive all of your healthcare services through a provider organization. This plan includes all benefits and services covered under Part A and Part B. Usually includes Medicare prescription drug coverage and may include extra benefits and services at an extra cost, of course. You must have Part A and Part B to enroll in Part C. Monthly premiums vary depending on your state, private insurance, and whether you select an HMO, Health Maintenance Organization, or PPO, Preferred Provider Organization.
Now, there's also Part D, is a Medicare prescription drug coverage part of Medicare, and it helps cover the cost of most prescription drugs, and many people pay a premium for Part D. However, if people with low income and resources may qualify for extra help from Social Security to pay that premium and deductible. To see if you qualify for extra help, visit www.socialsecurity.gov/prescription help.
And as you can see on your monitors, here in our regular website, www.socialsecurity.gov, you can see here you can file for extra help with Medicare prescription drug plan costs. So it's, as I say, is very user-friendly.
Yes, it is very user-friendly.
Now, new news about Medicare is that next year, all the recipients, all Medicare enrolled people, they are going to receive a new Medicare card.
Yes,
What?
that's right, Rocio. Between April 2018 and April 2019, we were removing all the Social Security numbers from the Medicare card, and it's going to have a different number, a different set of numbers on those Medicare cards. This will help keep your information more secure and help protect your identity. You will get a new Medicare number that's unique to you, and it will only be used for your Medicare coverage. The new card won't change your coverage or benefits, but you will get more information from Medicare when your new card is mailed.
Now, if you are soon to be age 65, even if you decide not to retire, you should consider applying for Medicare. You can apply in less than 10 minutes using our online Medicare application. Do it today at www.socialsecurity.gov/Medicare only. And I want to remind our viewers that our phone lines are open. The phone number here in the studio is area 312-738-1060. The phone number is area 312-738-1060. You can call us right now if you have any question in regards to Social Security.
Now, keep in mind that Social Security has a lot of different programs and has a lot more information beyond the things that we're talking about today. And you can find out a lot about that, about many of our Social Security programs, our disability programs, our survivors programs, and even our work incentive programs at www.socialsecurity.gov. And you get all the other benefits that we're talking about, like I said, disability, survivors, supplemental security income, everything you really wanted to know about Social Security but was afraid to ask.
As you can see on your screen, here is just example of all the transactions that can be done online. This is the list of services. You can request a replacement Social Security card. You can apply for Social Security benefits, get your Social Security statement. Remember that we stopped sending those statements several years ago. So if you are just about curious with the estimate for your retirement benefit or in the event of disability, you can get online and get your request your Social Security statement. You can appeal a decision. You can find out if you qualify for benefit, estimate your future benefits. This is also new here in our website. If you get Social Security benefits or you have Medicare, what can you do? Also, if you know what is important to know, if you are receiving supplemental security income or SSI benefit, you also can request just a verification that you are not receiving Social Security benefits from us. You can block any electronic access to your information. And just in general, services for businesses, government, payees, and third parties.
Now, keep in mind, I want to repeat again, you could actually apply for a My Social Security account, my SSA account. And you could get a lot of things online there that we, like she said, we no longer send out the yearly statements anymore. You can get that statement there. You can also get an estimate of what your future benefits are going to be, and what your retirement is going to be. You can look at your earnings record. You can do almost anything you can do it at a Social Security office, you could do with a My Social Security account. Now, and when you open a My Social Security account, we're going to ask you a number of questions to make sure that that you're the person that who you say you are. And a lot of those questions will get into potentially, what type of life insurance you already had in 2012, or what type of car that you own, a 1985 Buick Sabre, or something like that. Just to make sure that you're the person that you're stating that you are for the My Social Security account. So that and you're going to have to end up establishing a password so that only you can get into that information that's on your particular account. So you could do a lot of individual things for your Social Security on My Social Security account or My SSA.
Now, we also realized that many of our viewers still like to conduct their business in person. So, yes, as a reminder, our local offices are opening daily from 9 in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday, Tuesdays, Thursday, and Friday, and Wednesday from 9 in the morning to noon. And this is on any Social Security office.
Now, mind you, if you decide to come visit any one of our offices, it's probably a good idea if you're going to try to come in as early as possible. Probably it's better to come in around 8:30 or so that you can come in and it gets seen more quickly than you would. Because if you go in later and later in the day, you might find yourself waiting a long time in the Social Security office. To avoid all that, what you could do is to call the 800 number, the 1-800-772-1213 number, and establish an appointment to come in and see an individual at the appointment time, or you could have everything done over the phone. We take claims and we do all sorts of services over the phone as well. And we'll mail you and we'll take the documents from you over the phone, and we'll mail the documents to you and have you sign them and date them and mail them back to us. And so you wouldn't even necessarily have to step foot in the Social Security office and wait.
Exactly. And if you still insist on going to the local office, just keep in mind that we generally open doors at 9 in the morning. Sometimes, if everything goes well, we can open just a couple of minutes earlier, like 8:50, 8:45, but usually and for sure at 9 o'clock. So please, keep in mind the weather is changing and we don't want you to be waiting too long, outside.
That's right.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, and some of our applications are even online, as Rocio had mentioned. Our retirement application is online. The application to file for Social Security disability insurance is online. We have a lot of our medical forms online. Some people can file for supplemental security income online. There's a number, and you can also file appeals online. Again, if you really don't want to, there's a lot of things you can do to avoid walking into the Social Security office that you could do either online or have everything done over the phone.
Yeah. What else? Another very good news. It has been recently approved, the 2% increment,
That's
cost
right.
of living increase for next year. So we just received the confirmation, so it's going to be 2%. Everybody who is currently receiving Social Security benefit and supplemental security income as well should be receiving the letter verifying what's the new amount for 2018. Probably, I will say, towards the end of this year, probably to the end of November, beginning of December. But for sure, before 2018, you will be receiving in your mailbox the new letter confirming the new amount for 2018.
And don't forget the issue about working again. If you are at full retirement age, you can work as much as you want and still get all of your Social Security check. And the more you work, the more you pay FICA taxes. As I said before, every year we recalculate your benefit, taking that information into account. The more FICA taxes that you pay, the more you're going to end up getting in your Social Security benefit. So it's probably a win-win situation for you if you're able to work and you want to work if you're past full retirement age. More often than not, even if you're disabled, it's going to be to your advantage to work while you're disabled, because again, you're paying the FICA tax and you're paying more into Social Security, and the more FICA taxes that you pay, the more Social Security that you're going to be receiving.
Yeah. At the office recently, a gentleman, he asked me, hey, why I'm receiving or why I'm going to receive so a small amount if I have been working and paying my taxes for over 4 years. So just keep in mind that yes, we do look at the length of work, but we also look at the amount of earnings. So it's not yes that because a person have been working 40 or more years, it will get a higher amount. We also take into consideration the earnings that the person had while working.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned, if you decide to keep working and if the new year is one of the years with the highest amount, we will recomputate your benefits. And we will do it for as long as you are working pretty much.
Even if you're receiving supplemental security income, the needs-based program that we have as Social Security, it's always in your best interest to work while you're on supplemental security income because you're always going to end up getting more money. And the more that you work, the more FICA taxes that you pay, you can eventually get yourself to the point where you're eventually getting the regular Social Security disability insurance benefit or the regular Social Security retirement benefit. So it's if you want to work and increase your benefit beyond the 2% that you'll get in your cost of living increase, it might be a good idea in order to do that, and it's quite possible to do that. Now, if you have any questions about any of these type of things, you can always call our 1-800 number. It's 1-800-772-1213, and we'll try to figure out exactly what can happen to your particular benefits and what type of things you might be able to take advantage of when you're receiving our benefits.
Mm-hmm. Another comment that I want to add is that there is a program called Extra Help with Prescription Plan, and that you can apply for that program in the local offices, or you can apply also online. It's very, very easy to apply for Extra Help. You just go to our website, and as you can see, there is Extra Help with Medicare Prescription Drug plan cost, but just remember, this is Extra Help. This is not an application for Part D. This is an Extra Help. If you need to enroll on Part D, you will have to call Medicare directly. The phone number is on your Medicare card. On top of the card is the phone number for Medicare, 1-800-Medicare. So you call them, you let them know that you want to be enrolled on Part D, and a suggestion, before you call, have the medicines with you, have the name of the medicines available, because they are going to ask you about the medicines that you are currently taking. And a lot of our claimants are currently receiving the envelopes and the forms to reapply, because that application in some cases must be done every year. So if you were approved before, that's fine, but coming to 2018, you need to reapply in some cases.
Now, when you're applying for Part D and you're trying to figure out, there are going to be different rates for your Part D depending on the prescription drugs that you have. You can go to the Center for Medicare and Medicare Services website and get an estimate of what plans are out there in order that provides your particular prescription drugs, and you can make a choice and decide which Part D benefit you would like.
Mm-hmm. Well, John, it looks like we are running out of time. So on behalf of our hotline team, Rocio Román Oquendo, your host, my guest, John Marshall, and Maribel Marquez, our phone technicians for today, we thank you for joining us for this edition of Social Security Hotline 21. We wish each of you a very pleasant and safe evening, and be sure to tune in again next Wednesday for another edition of the Social Security Hotline. Good night.
Good night.